Hey everyone, thanks for jumping here back again. Today we're going to be talking about Terra's native token Luna, and we're going to be discussing the price action in the short and long term. We're also deploying the risk metric to see if Terra is still a good investment for the time being at its current price, or if you should wait for any upcoming corrections. If you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel as we are doing a big giveaway at 1000 subscribers. Leave the video a like since every bit of support helps us, and make sure to check out the Telegram channel down below in the description. Let's get into this one. So Terra has done incredibly well throughout this year, and I mean it has gone nuclear with an ROI of roughly 10,700%, which is more than 100x in 11 months. I mean, as you can see right here, it's massive even in comparison to other coins that have done reasonably well this market cycle. We have Link here sitting at 100%, which is quite funny to be honest, Ethereum at 500%, ADA at 850%, and even Elrond, the coin that performed really well throughout this year, didn't manage to be close to what Luna has done so far. Luna has proven throughout this year that it belongs to the top, and of course there are always retracements and pullback each and every time. So today we're going to be discussing that. If we pull up the KDG on the shorter time frame, and I mean on the daily, we can see a beginning of a divergence and a downward pressure. It didn't happen yet, but it's getting there, and this is normal guys, because Luna has gone up what? 90% in the last week or so, 90% in the last 8 days. That's massive. Now each and every time something similar happens with the KDG, such movement happens, we see a decent pullback of around 35% give or take. We've had it here back in November, here again in October, and also here as you can see in September. This is quite a habit for Luna, moving to the downside quite a bit after creating a new all-time high and a new milestone each month. I would expect us to have a cross here between these two lines, with the blue line going to the downside, and this would take us to our reaccumulation phase between 57 and 51 US dollars. Now, as always, the price can still go up another 5 or 10% before doing so, but I honestly don't see us avoiding at least another 15% correction from the current price in the upcoming days or so. Another reason for that is the EMA ribbon, and as you can see right here, if we pull it up, we are way too overextended and way too far from it, and whenever this happens, the price drops back to it. If you want a healthy momentum in the market with Luna or any cryptocurrency you're invested in, the price needs to drop down in this region again, retest it, spend a couple of weeks in the ribbon, and then move back up again to the upside. Now on the bigger picture, I'm more of a bullish type. As you can see here, we still have an upward pressure right here. The black line is still following its trajectory to the upside. No signs of bearishness whatsoever. Everything is looking sharp and perfect. And if we pull up the risk metric right here, as you can see it, we can confirm that yes, we are in the risk area since we are above 6. Because we always say above 6 is a risk area. We don't like to accumulate there, we don't buy there, and below 4 is our accumulation phase. Below 4 is where we put our money. But there is still some room for growth. Yes, we are in the risk area. Despite that, there is still some room for growth for Terra. The risk is getting high, and I get it. And this is why I wouldn't buy Luna at the current price, because you should always buy here, for example, or even here when the risk is below 4. But again, we aren't at similar risk levels to what we had at our previous all-time high back in March. The risk is still high in comparison to many cryptocurrencies out there, not gonna deny that, but there is still room for us to go up and create a new milestone. There is still some room for growth. Can Luna reach 100 US dollars by the end of this market cycle? Yes, of course, it can. It's looking bullish on the bigger picture, but on the daily, things are getting shaky, and this is why I would expect at least another 15% correction. And maybe it's quite bigger, maybe it's a 20% correction, maybe it's 25% correction, but as I said, I would expect at least a minimum of 15% to the downside. So trade safe, be safe, keep an eye on the KDG on the daily. This was about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as 95% of you aren't subscribed yet. Leave a like and have a nice day.